Back to PM News.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
Now, I've just seen that incredible package with all the fans throwing their score predictions about, but Mamelodi Sundowns face a mammoth task this evening. They will have to conquer the 5 times Champions League champions, Zamalek. What will they have to do that?
Well, obviously Zamalek are, they really want to win. They haven't won for 14 years. They've watched Al Ahly win a few in that time since. So the pressure will be on Zamalek firstly. I think, if they don't score in the first half, the pressure is going to ramp up, and I think Sundowns will ease to the cup title. But saying that, Zamalek have to score 4 times in regulation time to win it outright. Pitso was really confident at Kleurkop heading into the clash, how he is, especially when his team's winning. He talks a lot and he's very bullish in his approach. And I think Sundowns will do it tonight. I can't see Zamalek overturning. Obviously, we don't know how many fans are expected to fill the stadium, but I think whatever faces Sundowns tonight, they'll come out on top.
We've heard about 70,000 to 80,000 fans will be coming out to watch this game tonight. But let's talk about the pressure. You touched on Pitso Mosemane sometimes coming off as bullish. Is that the kind of approach that the team might go into the game with? Bully the Zamalek and get a goal within the first half of the game, because we've seen with previous teams that it's always just so difficult coming into a game once Zamalek have a goal on you when they play at home.
Yeah, playing at home on the African continent is a big advantage. We've seen that even with Sundowns when they played in front of 30,000 people in Atteridgeville, it made a big difference. I think Sundowns won't change their approach much. They've played well away from home this season. They've beat Zamalek in Cairo, earlier this year. So I think Pitso was very clear on the fact that they won't sit back, because I think Sundowns are very weak when they sit back. They don't like to invite pressure onto them, even though the defenders are very experienced. But I think they should just go out there, play their normal game, and they'll come out on top in the day.
Where would you say Mamelodi Sundowns' weakest link is? Some people will come out and say it's the defence line. It's easy to penetrate through. Would you agree?
Well, without Wayne Arendse there, who's suspended, and Bangali's coming in, so I think it's a big pressure on his shoulders. But he played in the game. Zamalek were here in the group stages, and Sundowns won 1-0, and he was really good. He came on again on the past weekend in Atteridgeville, and a few nervy touches in the start, but when he settled, he looked really confident. He's been playing on the African continent with ASEC Mimosa as well. So I think he'll be confident in his approach. And like you said, I think Sundowns' weakest link, I don't think they have many weak links. They've got probably one of the best goalkeepers on the African continent. They've got great strike force. Midfield is strong. So I think defence might just be their weakest link, but I think they're strong all around the park.
And just want to touch again on the mentality that the players need to have tonight. How strong would that be? Would that need to be? Because yes, Mamelodi Sundowns has flown down 150 fans to go support them at the stadium, which tells you something, that the fans in Egypt have that ability to create a very hostile atmosphere that might sort of penetrate through the mentality of the players. What do they need to do tonight? Well,
I think Sundowns, it would have been nice for them to see a few fans of their own in Alexandria walking the streets there, because we don't often see our fans travel the African continent. It's very difficult, especially going all the way to Egypt. But a lot of fans have also made personal arrangements to get there, flying via Doha or whatever, talking about, I spoke to a few fans at the stadium and they were talking they have to go to Egypt. But 150 fans are not going to make a massive difference in a crowd of 80,000. Obviously, they said it will be 20,000, but I know the Zamalek president has been trying to push for 80,000. There's a massive difference between 20 and 80,000 people, especially in that massive stadium that can be really intimidating. But I think Sundowns should just focus on themselves. It's difficult when there's 80,000 Zamalek fans, chanting. It's very hostile. Flares in the crowd, we can expect that. But the Zamalek players will be under pressure as well, and at least Sundowns also have Al Ahly fans behind them on the day, so hopefully that can also help them.
I'm going to ask you to put your head on the chopping block and give me a score prediction.
I think Zamalek might win on the day, but I think Sundowns will still score a goal, and that will be enough. If Sundowns score away goals on the Champions League counts as 2, so I can't see Zamalek scoring 5 or 6. So if Sundowns score, the game will be done.
All right, thank you so much. That is Alex Basson chatting to us about that all-important game that is happening in Egypt tonight, Mamelodi Sundowns versus Zamalek. Can they do it? Can they add that coveted star on their jersey? Well, I think they certainly can. Remember that hashtag that we're always using on Twitter when we get behind Mamelodi Sundowns is a hashtag Gabuyelo. Be the one that supports this team.